Ya, para que hubiera empezado, ya le dije. O sea, si quiere, ya fue a la escuela, ya
Yeah.
puede hacerlo, solo que
Check in.
los maestros no le respondieron nada.
Yes, it's the bad guy. Hello, hello, hello. Check in. Lost in the city. I just wanted to touch on being lost in the city. I don't know how many of y'all, especially my people, who I grew up with, and we used to sneak on the train, and we used to go to Manhattan and get lost in the city. Thank you, baby.
Yes, honey.
Appreciate you.
Right over there.
Okay, I got you. I'm parked right here, too. Yeah, you know, so who remembers getting lost in the city? Don't y'all miss those days where we would just jump on the train and be like, fuck it, and just get lost in the city? So I'm gonna tell you something about me. From the moment I snuck to Manhattan the first time, I was hooked, and I knew that was the place I needed to be. You know, where we from is cool, where we grew up is cool, but this was always home for me and where I needed to be. From the very first moment I got lost in the city and had my first night being lost in the city. And I remember we used to just get on a train, come to Times Square, come to Manhattan, and just walk. Not even having nowhere specific to go. Just walk and get lost and walk around and just experience all the good moments of the city. Don't y'all miss that? Don't you miss getting lost in the city? Like, sometimes we get so caught up in our day-to-day situations in life that we forget the things that made us and the things that made our lives fun and exciting and non-mundane. And for me, it was always coming to the city and getting lost in the city. Sorry, y'all, my connection's saying it's a little slow. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the phone, but I don't usually, I don't jump in like this, but, you know, on certain occasions I'll jump in and, you know, grace you with the presence. But just sitting here taking this walk through Midtown, it reminded me of not childhood, but like them teenage years into the 20s where we would just walk around and get lost in the city. Not have nowhere specific to go. Didn't have to be a club, didn't have to be a spot, didn't have to be anything. And we would just get lost. And I just figured, let me jump in real quick before I go back over to this event, and let me just touch on that. Like, don't y'all miss it? Like, y'all never just miss getting lost in the city? Walking around Manhattan, hearing the sight, hearing the sounds, seeing the sights, seeing everything that was going on, and just embracing it all for its totality of what living in the #1 city in the world encompassed. And even though I don't get down here as much as I used to, when I do get down here, it taps back into that feeling of just getting lost in the city. Like, if I didn't have to get up in the morning to go to this town hall tomorrow, Harlem Arts Alliance Town Hall of mine is tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Harlem. If I didn't have to do that, I would literally stay down here all night till God knows when. Maybe tomorrow. maybe tomorrow. And if y'all really know me, y'all know that I have a affinity and a knack for being able to just get into spots and find things. Like, for example, let me show y'all this, since y'all don't believe me. For example, I just got given these tickets. That fast, look. They just saw me, saw my swag, and said, hey, here's a ticket to a spot. You want to come? Come on in. You know, here's 2 tickets. Gave me 2 tickets. And the funny thing is, when the girl just gave me the 2 tickets, I didn't even tell her that on the way going in that direction. The other guy gave me 2 tickets. So now I got 4 tickets. But yeah, I miss this. And if everything was everything in my perfect world, I would gather up a bunch of us and I would just say, you know what, let's just take a night to just do it like how we used to do it. Either take the train or park, leave the cars, and just walk aimlessly and get lost in the city and just see how the night plays out. Like, that was always something cool, man. Like, and I don't know if y'all remember that, because, you know, everybody gets so lost and everybody's so dazed and fucking confused. I don't know if y'all remember how fun it was to just get lost in the city and walk around Manhattan. Not necessarily going to a club or going to a spot or going somewhere, but just chilling and walking around and just embracing the city, the #1 city in the world that we so happen to live in. I know. Some of y'all ain't gonna want to hear it. Because I'm not still locked into a space. I'm still free roaming. I'm still enjoying my shit. I'm still doing what I do. And I'm still standing 10 toes down on how I do what I do. Because that's being free. And I'm free. I play by my own rules. I make my own rules. So, it's being free. Y'all should try it. Instead of hating on it, try it. You might like it. I just wanted to jump in real quick. Lost in the city. Something to think about. Carter hates everything. THECOTTERBRAND. Maybe one day you'll be Carter approved.